Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Warlow. I'm the Associate Director of Admission at Ursinus College. I'm also a very proud alum. I graduated from Ursinus in 2010. I am going to briefly be going over some information about Ursinus, and because we're doing kind of a live stream, I'm not going to be able to really ask if there's any questions in the room, but I'll make sure that everyone here has my contact information. At any point, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me through email. And also you can reach out to me by phone if that's easier for you too. So I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about first the academics at Ursinus. So we're a private liberal arts college about 25 miles west of Philadelphia. So from North Delaware, it takes about, or northern Wilmington, it takes about an hour. So if you're south of here, you can kind of think about how long it may take you to get there. But I really love our location as far as a private liberal arts college because we are fairly close to Philadelphia, again, only 25 miles west. And we're not in the middle of nowhere, so we have a lot of different things going on. But we have over 60 courses of study, and the majority of our students will do more than one academic program. So it's very common for our students to be a major with a minor, or a double major, double minor, or maybe even a major on a track of study, something like pre-med or pre-law. So if you're thinking yourself, hey, I'm not quite sure what I want to do, or if you're like, I have a couple of different interests, somewhere like Ursinus may be a really good fit for you because you'll have the opportunity to do a lot of different academic programs. Our largest programs, or our most popular, are biology, business and economics, health, exercise, physiology, psychology, and media and communications. English and neuroscience are very close sixth as well. But if I did not say your specific interest, that doesn't mean that it's a weak program or that it's not a good program. It just means it's not as large. Our average class size is 15 to 20 students, and we have an 11 to 1 student-faculty ratio. So regardless of if you're a freshman or a senior, and regardless of your major, you're going to have small class sizes at Ursinus. You're going to have the opportunity to meet with your professors. They're going to know you by name. You're going to raise your hand and they're going to call you by name. And so it's not a place where you're going to be in large lecture style classes. So again, this is a tight-knit community where you're really going to know the faculty, the people that are teaching you the classes. With those small class sizes, obviously it's a rigorous education regardless of your major, but it's not a cutthroat program. So are you going to work hard? Yes, but are you going to be stressed out all the time? Absolutely not, because the faculty are there to help you if you have any questions. We have a lot of resources, things like Math and Science Help Room, the Writing Center, tutoring for all of our 100 and 200 level classes. So there's always people that are there supporting you, and you will have an academic advisor throughout your time at Ursinus. So when you come in as a freshman, you'll be assigned an academic advisor who will help you pick all of your freshman year classes. And you're technically not declared your freshman year because we want to give students the opportunity to take classes in the area they think they may want to study. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm maybe interested in biology, we'll put you in a bio class right away. But it gives you opportunity to speak with the faculty, speak with other students, and decide, is that really the path for you? We also have a cohort advising model that first year, so you'll meet with your advisor once a week. Again, they're not just your advisor to help you with picking your classes, but they're really your academic friend. So you always have somebody to talk to that first year as you're going through the transition of being a college student to really make sure that, again, you're utilizing all of the resources that we have for you, and if you need help, there's somebody to go to. Once you declare an academic program, you'll get an academic advisor in that area of study. So once you're like, I'm ready to declare at least one major, you'll get an academic advisor in that area who will be your advisor for the duration of your time at Ursinus. We also require all of our students to complete what we call an XLP, the Experiential Learning Project. And at Ursinus, what that is before you graduate, you have to either do an internship, study abroad, student teach, independent research, an internship, or a creative project. And what's good about those opportunities is that most colleges and universities that you talk to, they'll talk about all of those resources, but they don't necessarily make you do one before you graduate. And so because we say to our students, you have to do one of these things before you graduate, the majority of our students will do more than one. So it's very common for our students to study abroad and do an internship while they're abroad, or do an internship for a semester and then do one-on-one research with a faculty member. And we know that it's not just about the things that you do in the classroom that solidify what you want to do once you leave, but it's really about the out of the classroom experiences. If you're doing internships and you're doing research and you're doing all of these things in your field of study, you're going to really figure out, is this exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life? And once I leave my undergraduate program, what am I going to do from here? Am I going to go to graduate school? Am I going to go right into the workforce? So what Ursinus does really well is prepare students while they're at Ursinus to be constantly thinking about what they're going to do once they leave, because we don't want you to get to your senior year and be like, okay, I just have this degree and I have no idea what I want to do with it. We have really great statistics for our students, and a lot of it has to do with all of these experiences that students have outside of just taking their classes. Do you have any questions about any of that? Academics?
Yeah, in a way. So I was reading this, My Name is Megan.
Yeah.
And it was talking about a program with Villanova
Mm-hmm.
for the BSN
Mm-hmm.
in nursing.
Mm-hmm.
So could you tell me more about that? Because I'm interested in nursing.
Yeah, so we have a question about nursing, and we do have an accelerated program in partnership with Villanova. And basically, you would come to Ursinus for 4 years and complete all of the recs that you need in order to go through that accelerated program. If you meet all of our agreements with Villanova, which is essentially, are you taking all of the necessary science courses plus maintaining a certain GPA, then they're going to save you a spot with their BSN accelerated program, but it's an additional 13 months. So if you know that you may want to do nursing right from the bat, it's not a nursing program. We don't have a nursing major at Ursinus. We just have that nursing program. So it's really meant for the student who wants to do the liberal arts and potentially go and be a nurse. So you would end with 2 bachelor's degrees, a bachelor in whatever area that you major at Ursinus, whether that's biology or biochemistry or neuroscience, and then you would end with your BSN from Villanova. And if you have additional questions, we can, I can match you up with our career and postgraduate development office who handles all of the BSN program, because it's a brand new program. So the girl in the book is literally she's the first round of students who have done the accelerated program with Nova. Yeah. What else? Okay, so moving on to kind of outside the classroom, 94% of our students live on campus. Housing is guaranteed all 4 years, and we require you to live on campus for all 4 years. I think what's nice about the residential community and the fact that people are here all 4 years is truly the fact that it makes for a really unique community where people aren't going home on the weekends, they're heavily getting involved. We have a variety of different housing options, anything from a typical dorm to a suite style to 32 Victorian homes that line our main street. So every year you have a variety of different options as far as where you want to live. And it's a lot of fun to live on campus because everyone's there. So it's not just freshmen and sophomores, it's freshmen through seniors. You're getting together for your clubs, for your activities, to just hang out. And again, you have a variety of those different options throughout your 4 years. It is required to live on campus, like I said. If you did want to commute or live off campus, you have to fill out a housing exemption form. So if you are interested in that, please let me know, because you have to go through a different process. But living on campus is a lot of fun, so we always encourage it because it does make for a fun environment. Like I said, we are a very active community, and I think a lot of it has to do with our students being on campus all the time. We have over 100 clubs and organizations on our campus, so you name it, we pretty much have it. We have a variety of different cultural clubs. We have intramural and club sports. We have religious affiliated clubs. We have ones that are just like flag football and more like activity based, and ones that are more academically focused. So really you can kind of find what clubs you're interested in. And like I said, the majority of our students are involved in a lot of different things. I lost my train of thought. Did you have any questions about activities or things to get involved with?
Yeah. So like with liberal arts, it's more focused on what exactly, like everything? Like,
so the liberal arts is focused in on kind of a well-rounded education. So you major in the particular area that you're thinking about studying, but you're still going to have to take a variety of different classes. So we still require like a lab science, a math, a humanities, foreign language, a social science, to kind of give you a background in other things. And that's kind of why a lot of our students are doing more than one major, because it's quite easy to mix. Whereas sometime at larger institutions, you're focused, you can't take courses outside of the School of Science or the School of Humanities. Whereas at our science, you can take courses in all areas. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We are in the D3 Centennial Conference for athletics. So if you are an athlete or you want to partake in varsity athletics at our sinus, you can go onto our athletic page and fill out the athletic questionnaire. And we do heavily recruit, although we are D3 and don't offer athletic scholarships. Our coaches are heavily recruiting and kind of forming their teams prior to students coming to our sinus. So if you're thinking about playing a sport, go onto our website. We have 25 varsity sports teams, 13 women's, 12 men's, very high level of playing, and it's a great conference to be a part of. If you do not play sports, that's okay too. It doesn't dominate our campus culture. We are a very spirited campus, so we do go and support the Bears, whether that's in the pool or on a field or on the court. So please, keep that in mind. But it's definitely not dominating our campus culture. And like I said, we also have intramural and club sports if you don't want to partake in varsity athletics. And students have a lot of fun with that too. Last but not least is just the admission process and kind of what we look for when we're reviewing applicants and how we review for merit-based scholarships. So we have early action, early decision, and regular decision at our sinus. You can find all of our deadlines on our website and also in kind of the booklets that I gave you guys, and that I'll leave a few here as well for the students that may be visiting at a later time. But early action, again, always think about the second word with all of the decisions or all the deadlines that start with early. So early action, think about that second word. You're taking an action and applying early, and therefore we're going to let you know early that if you've been admitted. Early decision means that you've made a decision and you're applying to a school that is your number one choice. It's actually a binding agreement, and you can only apply to one school early decision. If you are admitted to a school early decision, you have to withdraw all of your other applications from your other school. So really make sure if you're applying anywhere early decision, it's your number one choice. And then of course, regular decision is basically a later date, and then you'll know in like March. So for the seniors, make sure that you're looking over our requirements. We are on the Common App. There's no application fee, so it's completely free to apply, which is really great. And within the Common App, we do have a small supplement, a why or sinus essay, but what I always say is just a nice paragraph saying why you're applying to Ursinus. And we're heavily looking at other things like, what are you involved in? Have you been to campus? And then of course your transcript. What classes you're taking, how well you're doing in those classes, are you challenging yourself with the classes that you've chosen? We look for a B+ average in your core classes. So that's English, math, social studies, science, and foreign language. We take those courses off your transcript and like them to be at a B+ without the weight of honors or AP or IB. If you have honors, AP, and IB, we'll take a look at them separately. We do a strength of curriculum assessment. We do like to see students who have challenged themselves with their academic rigor. So if you have honors AP, it will count. And then we are also test optional. So we do not require SAT or ACT scores. We do see roughly about 68% of our applicants still submitting scores, but it's not required. Our averages for SAT is about a 1200, and our average for ACT is about a 26-27. At the time that you apply for admission, you're considered for all of our merit-based scholarships. So we'll consider you for a merit-based scholarship that range from $18,000 to $30,000 per year, and then we have an additional $40,000 scholarship. So all you have to do is apply for that scholarship, apply for admission, and you're automatically considered for all of that merit-based scholarship. The other scholarships that you have to apply for are listed on our website. We have things like the Creative Writing Scholarship, Performing Arts and Music, Dance and Theater. We have ones that are focused in on inclusion and equity. We have ones that are based on community service and leadership. So definitely take a look at all of those on the website so you can apply for those additionally. And we have one scholarship that's tied to SAT scores, and that's our Gateway Scholarship. If you have a 1220 or above on the SAT or a 27 or above on the ACT, you're automatically considered for a $30,000 per year scholarship. So Ursinus does a really great job of making it as affordable as we can for our students, because all of what I just talked about is only based on your merit and on what you've done in high school academically. That doesn't have anything to do with how you apply for additional funds based on your family income. That's all done separately. So we first look at you for your academics, and then we'll give you an academic scholarship. Then you apply for need-based aid, and then you'll get that those resources on top of the academic scholarship that we give to you. So 99% of our students receive some type of financial aid, and we do a really great job of making it as affordable as we can for our families. So when you're looking at private institutions, you're going to see high price tags, but just keep in mind that with scholarships and with need-based aid, it can become very affordable. I think that's all I have. Do you have any questions before we sign off with them?
No.
Okay. Again, Alyssa Warlow, if you have any additional questions or you need anything, please reach out to me. You can find all my contact information on the website or through Delaware Scholars. Thanks, guys.